Mainly what you will have is, recently, since 1990 on up, because this knowledge has started coming, you started having these walk-ins. And it's funny, when I went there, the people were so concerned because they was going crazy. And a lot of the things is this. This Adalabroth, who is a jealous God, sits over religiosity. And he is the person that sits over these churches. So now when you go in and start dancing and singing and doing all this kind of stuff here, you open up that, and his evil demiurge is the one that's possessing them, because, God damn it, if you ever see some holy, sanctified people or anybody in the church, you talking about irrationale. You understand what I'm saying? And I know this is for a fact. Now, I love it and all this, but see, the reason why I know this, I'm doing a case study. I got an aunt, ultimate intellectual, would bear witness to all of this and everything a few years ago. A few years ago, when I came home, I remember when Farrakhan first started back. Remember when he first started up, and I came home pumping that stuff. They was into it. Oh, man, look at this. I told them, this is before the book, because the book was out of print for a while. Destruction of Black Civilization was out of print in the early 80s, and it came back out in the late 80s. We was trying to get that book, and said, God, she said, I'm going to the Library of Congress and try to Xerox a copy. That's how much she in do the stuff. In 92 or 93, she came and went and somehow got in the church, and all of a sudden, this person is a whole other person. Irrational, don't want to hear nothing, scared, get quiet, just crazy. You see what I'm saying? Just crazy. You see what I'm saying? And this is what they talk about, like you say, the Ruth Montgomery thing, talking about strangers among us. There is an energy. And that energy, different energy, is controlled by certain people. This particular God is over Christianity. Well, hell, you know it's got to be a God of confusion. Hell, they got damn 12,000 different cults or sects in one so-called order, one so-called religion alone. God, you know what I'm saying? So now the deal is, and you can tell that he's mostly in Christianity because they say that everybody else religion, you can tell that he's mostly in Christianity because they say that everybody else religion is messed up. You see what I'm saying? So now the key is this. Adalabroth, and it's interesting because when they dug up these scriptures and they translate them, they found out that Adalabroth was the God that created the world. So when we talk about creation of this world, based on the Gnostic scripts, this world was created by an evil demon who is the devil. So your Genesis starts off with God creating this world and creating Adam and Eve. You see what I'm saying? The key is this particular God that sets over these particular religions. In 1945, when they dug up, oh, I got some right here. You can take them back. When they dug up the Gnostic scripts, the white boy not only found the original teachings on where, the original teachings go back to Egypt. We know there's all over the world. But the ones that was copied of the first 4 Gospels, he found the original ones, and they was dialectically opposite of everything the first 4 Gospels say. Now, I'm going to get ready to get into the stuff in a few minutes. I'm going to show you what the scriptures say. So, not only did he learn that we found the original Gospels in 1945, we just not learning about this shit. You see what I'm saying? Not only did he learn that, he understood that the God that every black person in America worship, basically the masses of the people is in Christianity, is in fact the devil. And not only that, the devil is on the white man's side. Or let's put it away, the God of Christianity is on the white man's side. I'll explain it. Now, we ain't talking about no, see, you got to understand this, what I'm talking about now. We're so late into the future. This ain't about no occult shit where you go in and a motherfucker come up and tell you a whole bunch of shit that you can't document. See, we got to jump on a nigga's ass now. Why? Because now we're talking about the ancient scriptures. So now I don't want you to be scared as thinking this is a whole, because we got about 500,000 organizations. You understand what I'm saying? Saying things, and when you ask them where you get it from, they can't tell you shit. You understand what I'm saying? You see, but now we actually have the actual documents. Now, he found out that the God that was over Christianity, or the God that is over what you call religiosity, he's basically over organized religions, which means you got a scripture, then you have a person to organize it, and it don't even become religion at all. It's just a religious ceremony. So half of that is in Islam too. You understand what I'm saying? where it becomes hypocritical. The half of that is in, you see all the stuff what you're talking about, Judaism and all that now, because it ain't dealing with the esoteric version of it, which is you are God and you raise yourself to the level. So now, he understood that not only that the God of Christianity was the devil, but he found out that that God worship, that God was on his side. That's why they can go to the same church. How is it, now we want to just listen to this shit for a minute. Now how is it we can worship the same God, a Baptist church here and a Baptist church here, and we say that God bless us, and yet your life is full of hell? Even when you say you black bourgeoisie, you still is full of hell for the simple fact that you ain't with all your people. Hell, you look on the goddamn TV and the man let you know that I am because we are, and you still in hell too. Your people dying and stuff, and you feeling inferior to the cracker you work with. But how is it that they keep on being blessed over and over and over again? You see what I'm saying? Like I say, these crackers do. I found this out in 1981. We used to ride around, and we see people working, see everybody at lunch. And then after we see all the people at lunch, and then the people go, we see all black and white, then we see all the black people go back to work. And these white people will still be out. Come to find out, I don't know how they do it, but crackers do not work. You got a few that work that don't know the game, but the majority of them, they do not work, and they keep money, and they fly, and they got all this wealth. And I can't, you see what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is that how is it this wealth can keep on, and not only that, there is no end to our suffering. You understand what I'm saying? That means that the God that you worshiping can't bless you, because the only person can bless you is you, for the simple fact that you have the energy of the Most High, the original God that's in you. And so when you worship and pray, you give the energy to this particular Adala broth in the Gnostic script, and you keep this mug afloat. You see what I'm saying? You keep this mug afloat. Now let's get with some scriptures here to show you. Let's go in and walk into some of this stuff and show you some stuff. So now Jung purchased some of these scriptures in the 1940s. Jung is a great psychologist. Jung got a half of his stuff on the archetypes of the collective unconsciousness and all this stuff. He got the stuff from studying the Gnostic scripts. And this is what Jung says. Listen. Y'all bear with me. The belief as Gnosticism is definable